Good evening. And yes, I know, I am starting early. I figured why not? Let's get the show started and see who wants to pop in and join the conversation tonight. So, good evening, Sir Grim. Nice to see you over on the Tube of You. Yeah, we'll see who jumps in. Had something fun playing for tonight, but then the events and stuff I had heard today kind of threw a little bit of a curveball. So we'll wait and see if anyone wants to jump in. Plus, everyone who does jump in, I do have that big announcement. I promoted it earlier in the week, so people need to jump in to hear it. If not, we'll just call it a night. But how was your day, sir? Hope you had a good day. I mean, crazy day, per usual. That's a good old job. But yeah. Just shared this out already. See if anyone wants to jump in on the Book of Face. So, yeah. We'll just hang out until then. There's any football on the TV off to my side. You can't see it. So if I glance over like that once in a while, I'm watching the game. Another long one? Yeah, I get that. I mean, Thursday is always a busy day, long day for me because of the deliveries we get. Sometimes we don't get enough people scheduled, and so forth. I mean, yeah, but got it done, got my 8 hours in, and here I am now, doing my second job. Second job, that sounds kind of funny. Is this my second job? Can't remember. But yeah, we're just going to wait and see who wants to pop in and say hello. Like I said, I did have kind of sort of something planned for the night other than the big announcement. But then the events of what happened today, I know is nothing I can do, is out of my control. But in a sense, like, we can talk about it, I guess what you can say. So now I'm here. He comes everywhere. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere, he's underwear. So yeah, got 4 people. I know I'm one, Grim's one. Says Troy's watching, but he hasn't said hello yet. That's quite okay. And there's another one on the Tube of You, just looking, like me, looking in the darkness, surrounded by what's supposed to act like candlelight. No underwear? Oh yeah, true. Free falling. But yeah, we're just wait and see. Like I said, I did start early. Grim did mention that, so maybe people are waiting for 9 o'clock to show up. So we'll see. Coming soon to the basement show. No underwear? Is that what we're going with, sir? Mr. Evans, good evening, sir. Nice of you to stop in and join us. Yeah, Grim's like, yep. Happens. So, I mean, again, I apologize to everybody for the late start tonight. Unfortunately, I had to work till 8 o'clock. But, like I said, I am here now. And we're going to hang out for as long as people want to hang out. I do want to drop my announcement, but there's something else that's kind of on my mind tonight. I mean, how to be nice about this. I mean, I know not everybody follows the world of sports, but there was a very unfortunate tragedy today. Song time, maybe. But yeah, there was a very unfortunate tragedy today that I feel could have been avoided. And now I was going to ask a lot more questions about, you're always on my mind. That is a good song. I mean, but yeah, all jokes aside, like I said, I know it's a very touchy subject for some, but no easy way of saying this, honestly. But I got the notification today, actually on my way to, I guess you can say, a viewing. I had a friend of the family who her dad had passed away, so the viewing was today. So I left my house early to go to that before I went to work. And as I'm on my way to work, my group text starts going, and here a 24-year-old football player committed suicide overnight. I mean, it's kind of sad. It's heartbreaking in a way. Like, this kid's only 24 years old, and now he's gone. I mean, I don't know how people react to that. I mean, it's a tragedy. And when you read the story about it more and more, it hits home. Like, what was going through this man's mind? Well, first of all, at 10 o'clock at night, I mean, he was in a police chase with Dallas PD. Hello, Cora. Welcome in. He was involved in a police chase because he refused to stop for a traffic violation. So then he sped off. They lost lost sight of the car or whatever after like 2 miles. They called the chase off. But then around 12 o'clock received a phone call saying there was a car crashed in a parking lot, all like mangled and stuff. So the cops reported to the scene, ran the license plate to find out it was the person they were chasing. The car they were chasing from the traffic stop. Driver wasn't there, so he put on foot. They did a preliminary search of the area, and I think they said about 1:30 this morning they located his body, and there was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. So it's tragic. You don't know what these people are thinking, what they're going through in their life to do something like that. It's kind of hard, but it hits home. It makes you think that life's not guaranteed. I mean, we all take life for granted some days, but in the end of it, we don't know what people are thinking, how to respond to people. Like, how can we help someone from preventing to do that? Because the man had his whole life ahead of him. 24 is too young. And you're a professional athlete, and he actually had just played on this past Monday night. He's a member of the Dallas Cowboys, and he just played a game on Monday Night Football and actually scored a touchdown on Monday night. Now you figure, what, 74 hours later, you're gone? I know, it's sad. I can say I don't understand why someone thinks like that, but I can say I do understand. It's just, it just makes you think, okay? Were there signs? Were there warning signs? What was after the events of 2 years ago? Yeah, it's very hard. I mean, you feel for the man's family, his mom, his dad, his girlfriend, his relatives. I mean, he had just come back from an injury, so maybe some type of medication gave him an imbalance in the brain. I mean, it's heart-wrenching. Like, you want to be able to help this person in so many ways. Now it's too late. Like, could this have been prevented is the big question. That's what you ask yourself. Could something like this have been prevented? More than likely, yes. And it just, like, reading this and seeing the highlights of this kid playing just not even a week ago, it sticks in your brain. It lives with you because you feel horrible for this person. You feel horrible for this family. And then on top of that, I had heard another story. I don't know the other person, but again, we were talking amongst me and my friends, and he was telling us a story that he had talked to somebody out where he is. I'm not going to give any names, but the person had actually set fire to his own house. I don't think any people were in the house. But there was a dog or two. And when the firefighters arrived, every door in the house had been bolted shut. So you couldn't even get in the house. They finally broke through, got both dogs out. Thankfully, the dogs are okay. Nobody was in the house. But then, that within 10 minutes of reporting to that incident, they get a 911 call that a car was driving the wrong way and went head on with a semi truck. And so they responded to that call. Here, it was the person that had set the house on fire. It was a relative of the person who owned the house. And now that person is now deceased too. So like just hearing both of those stories today, it gives you like a whirlwind of emotions on how we can prevent people from doing this. What are the warning signs? How can you like catch those warning signs? It's just hard. I know it's not a topic for everybody. I get it, but I know we also do Drago and Tink once a month on the show, and like it's kind of feeling like that type of night for me. Like I want to talk about stuff like that. I mean, it's a very sensitive subject. I mean, I had come out a couple years back, a couple months ago, not even a couple years, a couple months back, and saying one of the proudest things I am grateful for is not taking my own life, because I'd be one of these statistics of people who are gone too soon. But my warning signs were called. I got the help I needed, and now I'm here today. But how can you prevent these other people from doing this? I mean, it's just, it's heart-wrenching. So, I mean, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer or a negative Nancy. It's just hearing both those stories today, it just changed my whole outlook on how I wanted to do tonight. I mean, normally we're all laughing and having fun, stuff like that, but sometimes you need that once in a while to sit down and talk to somebody. And it's okay. That's why we always say here on our closeout video, when we're talking, you're not alone. You should never feel like you are alone. Question for the chat. Go ahead, sir. I'm all yours. So, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be a downer. I am sorry. It's just when you hear stories like that, it kind of it sticks in your head, and like you want to help. You want to propose ways to get help out there for people who need it. And question for the chat: has anyone ever thought about doing that? What do you mean by doing that? Committing suicide. And I can honestly say I have. I can honestly say I have thought about it. And let's open it up. We're really, very real here, so let's get real. Yeah, I mean, there's 6 people in chat. I have years ago. Hi, AC. She's putting her hand up. Sam, and I don't remember the date. I remember the time period. I mean, do I wish I... May 12th, 2023. Yeah. Mine, if I gotta try to remember, I would say 1998 going into 1999. I was 12 years old. I tried twice. Friday night, Saturday morning. And it's just, everyone has different reasons. I know times get tough. People feel like there's no way out. And I could I can feel what Alan's relating to. Anyone who knows our family knows how dark those days were. I wanted to kill myself when I was married because my marriage was not good. I mean, marriage isn't always good. Love isn't always good. But I mean, look, we're all here to talk about it. Like, we've all had those, what we call dark days, where we feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no way out. We're just going to be stuck in this parallel for the rest of our life. And I will be the first one to say this out loud. I mean, I know Grim's in chat. I viewed is the best way to put it. Well, I had heard about what happened at Sunday night, May 7th, 2023. I had told somebody that Monday, May 8th, after I had heard about it and understood what was going on, that I told people, I was like, if he loses Shannon and the kids, there will be no more grip. As mean and as disheartening that is to say to somebody, I know Grim would be lost without those three of them. They miss their kids every single day. And so hearing about AJ and Hope after that, and then hearing how bad Shannon was, I was like, if he loses all three, we're gonna lose Grim. And I say that as wholeheartedly, like, say that with nothing but love, sir. Okay, I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I didn't talk to you until probably what, Monday or Tuesday night. But like I just kept saying to myself, like, he can't lose him. He can't lose Hope. He can't lose Shannon. I mean, that is his life. Unfortunately, AJ had passed away the night of the fire. He did everything he could to help AJ, but I mean, I have never, but my uncle committed suicide in 1997 over his girlfriend breaking up with him. Yeah, I mean, kind of sort of what led me down my path. I mean, it's scary. Like, people, sometimes you get the warning signs with people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes that person holds it in because they don't want other people to suffer what they're suffering from. I mean, I was 98, 99. I tried twice because I felt alone. I had lost my friends. I mean, I had nobody. Do I still have the distribution studio? Not that one. Um, don't play. I don't think we do, sir. I don't think we do. But but that David Draymond speech, if you've never heard it, yeah, I don't see it there, sir. I got surprise, suspense, don't use, don't play. So I don't think we do. That was my problem. I held things in. Yeah, I mean, that is everyone's problem, Corey. We all hold things in because we don't want to talk about it. afraid nobody's going to listen. We're afraid that we're just going to be alone, rather it be heartbroken, alone. I mean, it's just, that's why we always said before, you're not alone. After we love. Yeah, I mean, I thought we had it. Because if we had it, that'd be absolutely perfect right now. That would be, like, amazing to have in studio right now. I don't know. Yeah, I think that was something that was on your computer. Because if it was on mine, I'd just reload it. But you sometimes we don't open up because the situation is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, but you have to open up. You gotta let people in, because if you don't let people in, you feel trapped. Good luck at that. Let me know. I mean, any situation that you look at can be embarrassing. It could be like, okay, I don't want to talk about this, and so forth. But in the sense, like, it's important to talk about it. You have to talk about it. Look, we say time and time again here, we rather you guys come to us if there is a problem that you need to talk about. We'll stop what we're doing on the show. We'll stop whatever, if we're doing an activity, if we're just talking about something else. We will stop what we are doing and we will talk to you. We'll bring you in the studio. But you can come in with your camera off and we just hear your voice. We will talk to you. I did sat down and told my mom, and she was not happy, but I did not tell my brothers till a few years ago. And I mean, it's better for them to know now that the truth instead of finding out that one day you're not here. Because then you leave that guilt with other people. It's like, what can I do? What could I have done to make things differently? Was it something I did? Was it something I didn't do? There's so many unanswered questions when somebody does that. Because not everybody will leave that note. They won't leave any clues. So it just turns into like a cold case within that family to figure out why. What did we miss? Who are they talking to beforehand? Who are they associated with? So I mean, you gotta let things out. I mean, you leave a void in people's life. Like, I look back now and say I'm gone for the last, what, 26 years. I would have missed so much. I mean, not trying to toot my own horn, but if I'm gone, the basement show's not here. The sports corner's not here. The movie room's not here. I don't get to go on my Goonies 40th trip. I don't get to see my best friends get married. I don't get to see my sisters have their kids. I mean, you miss so much. And you feel that pain that it leaves a void. So, I mean, people can't be afraid to open up. You have to open up. Because if not, it eats your mind, it eats your heart, and it shuts you down, whether it be physically, mentally, you name it. It affects you, but then in the long run, it's going to affect her, him, her, him. It's going to affect everybody around you. It took me 3 years to finally feel 100% like I was cured. I beat the demons, put them behind me. I felt so much better about myself. It takes time, but it is possible. My cousin killed herself. My aunt followed. Because it sucks to hear about your cousin, but then your aunt followed suit because she felt like she was possibly to blame for what happened. Your cousin's death caused that void that was uncurable. Your aunt felt that void. Hey, there's nothing else for me here. And it's a shame. That's why they always say sometimes when people get married, that when one of the spouse, rather the husband or the wife, passes away, that remaining partner is not too far behind them because they die of heartbreak. She was in a lot of pain after my cousin died. To be expected. That is completely to be expected. And it's awful to hear that. Because it's just that void in those questions of why. Why did they do it? There's so many unanswered questions. Again, like that person going, unless they leave a note, I am doing this on my own free will. Blah blah blah. You're left with that question. Why? And that is always the question that you get asked all the time: is why? Why is this person doing this now? Why are they doing this? It's not so much a question of how or when or what they're doing. The question always is why. And it's painful. Like I can hear my voice. I'm sure everyone else can. It's painful because you don't have that answer of why. That's the only thing us as people want to know is why. That is the main question when it comes to suicide. Why? Sure, you can say what caused this. But at the end of the day, you just want to know why. Why is this person no longer here with me? Why didn't that person ask for help? And it sucks. It really, really does. So, floor is open if you guys have anything that you want to add. Again, I am sorry to be a little bit of a somber tonight, but just hearing both those stories today, it sticks in your mind because I was at that point and I thought I wasn't going to be here anymore. So like I said, what are yours? There's something that someone wants to talk about, if people want to ask questions. Tonight is about you guys. Gonna add it to studio for you. Sounds good. It just that is always the question you get asked all the time: is why. And like I said, it just leaves that such a void. Because it's a loved one that maybe wanted the help, maybe didn't know how to ask for the help. I drew attention to myself. When it was hard enough for me, I drew the attention to myself. I put the red flags up so people would notice. I put that cry out for help so loud that people knew I was hurting. Spawn here but laying down, well, definitely we're having an open discussion. I had heard today about a couple of people committing suicide, and it just stuck with me. So we're having a very big heart-to-heart conversation about warning signs, people taking their life, how can it be prevented, stuff like that. So if you want to add to the conversation, please feel free. It's a very kind of mellow night. to say the least. I mean, like I said, I had planned on having some wild, crazy fun tonight, but then hearing about these two instances today, it just changed the whole course of point. I know Grim's adding that soundbite. We're going to listen to that when that is ready to go. Mr. David Draymond of Disturbed gave this very good speech to a live audience. And Grim's putting it in the studio for me, and we're going to listen to it. And I will tell you, this will hit home. This will hit in so many different ways. So, I mean, it's heartfelt. So, I mean, like I said, what is yours? If there's anything that people want to talk about regarding this, I mean, what is yours? What's been blowing my mind is all the shootings in Camden County. Yeah, well, that's also a shame. People who are doing that are taking innocent lives. They are just out to hurt people, and those people need to be held accountable. And one of the shootings, I knew the person, I haven't spoken to him in years. Okay, you may not have spoken to that person in years, but you know that person, so in a sense, it hurts because you know the person who was affected by it. It leaves those questions again. Anytime you have something like this happen, you're always asking the same question: why? Why did this person do it? Why now? Then you can secondly ask, what caused the anger? What caused that person to do that? Why do they want to hurt people? It's not so much when or how, but why and why? Why and what? Like, what caused that? Why did that happen? Could it have been preventable? I mean, it's crazy. So I am sorry to hear that you had knew one of the people. I mean, like I said, you haven't spoken to them in years, but like you still remember that person. Like, why is this happening? So hopefully that your person that you knew is okay. I mean, it's definitely not easy. So I mean, but that's another thing: person on person violence. How are these kids going into school buildings and shooting schools up? Like, what is going through their head? Like, why? I mean, it's a very hard subject. I apologize that it's a show like this tonight, but just hearing those two today, it's like we have to address this. Start trying to get it delivered. Okay, no problem. I figured you would let me know. No, he was killed in the shooting. What's sad is his. See, now that's just horrible. That's just absolutely horrible. That his own brother killed him. Yeah, so if you know how to run it, run it. So for people in chat, please listen to this closely. I don't know who's also you, but just listen to these words.
I'd like to try an experiment with.
I think I'm trying to upload it. One minute, okay, no problem. We'll go back to that when he's ready. But that is we're gonna be listening to David Draymond, who is the lead vocalist for Disturbed. He had made a very impactful speech at one of his concerts. And like I said, this will hit home. We used to play it every night on the show towards the end of the night. So good, sir.
Every time we play that song, it gets more and more difficult. Because I go back and I think about all the amazing people that I loved so very, very much that have fallen prey to the demons, to the diseases known as addiction and depression. And I miss them so very much. I miss Chester, I miss Scott, I miss Chris, I miss Paul Gray, I miss Wayne Static, I miss Keith Flint from The Prodigy, I miss Prince, Robin Williams, the list goes on and on and on. And one of the things that infuriates me most about those situations is how certain people who really don't understand these diseases faulted them for falling prey. Faulted them, thought that they weren't strong enough. Thought that how could a person who had so much in their lives, who had money, fame, who had a beautiful family, who had children, how could they let themselves be consumed by these demons? And they have no concept of what they're talking about, because these demons, these diseases are diseases. They are no different than cancer. They will find you and eat away at you no matter how strong you are. And to show you that this is not something that is exclusive to the world of entertainment, with your permission, I'd like to try an experiment with you here tonight. By a show of hands, and don't be afraid, how many of you have struggled with the demons of addiction and depression yourselves or know someone that has? Keep those hands up. Now take a look around this room. My friends, you are not alone. We fight this war together. And although we've lost a few soldiers, there are still many, many battles yet to be fought.
Yeah, I fought those demons plenty of times too.
To try and slow the progress of these diseases, to do what we can, to be more proactive, but not to let yourselves get to the point where you are standing in front of your loved one's casket on the day of their funeral, wishing that you had done more. I implore each and every one of you to look for the warning signs, to reach out sooner than later, to be an advocate, to pull them kicking and screaming into rehab if that's what it takes. But not to let them go without a fight. To say that you've done everything you could, even if they succumb. Do we have an agreement, London?
That is a very impactful speech. One that if you listen to the words and feel those words, I mean, you can live by those words. I mean, so basically, as Sir Grim chatting on the Basement Show, we have, but look, there's something that is on your mind, something you want to talk about, come to us. We'll listen. Because like David Draymond says, like we used to say, you're not alone. We all fight that battle every single day. that we fight the demons on the inside and stuff like that. But you're not alone. I mean, let us help you before it's too late. Like David said, how can you say this? I was taking meds for depression, but it made it worse, so I stopped taking it because it made that dark place bigger, and that's understandable stuff. That's understandable, and it's hard because you feel like you're supposed to be getting help with that medication, but that medication can sometimes drive you deeper into a hole that you don't want to be in. So sometimes it's not worth taking that medication because all it's doing is it's kind of like brainwashing you. The power of being able to talk to somebody, talk to those that care about you, talk to that outside person can mean so much more sometimes than taking medication for it. I never took medication. I was in a program called OT, which is short for observational therapy. Well, that's when you need to tell the doctor, have you on the wrong med? Yeah, that's a very good point, AC. That is a very good point. I found that medication wasn't for me. Talking to somebody was my medication. Being able to voice how I felt, what I was feeling, was the only medication I needed. Because there was a stretch where I wasn't talking to anybody. I definitely came a long way the past year. I feel like myself. Well, my big supporters are Johnny, Dad, Shannon, Alex, and I mean, that's what it's all about. Finding that support system of those who are going to listen to you. Finding those people who will give you the time of day. A lot of people really benefit from a therapist, someone who's outside. Yeah, a therapist can help. A close family member can help. Someone who may not be your family, but they, in a sense, they are family because they've known you for so long. They can help too. I mean, there's so many outlets that people have that allows people not to feel alone. And sometimes, like, taking medication doesn't do nothing. It throws off the chemical imbalance in our brains to make us think that everything is important, but it's not. How late am I? You're 45 minutes late, Jackie. We're just having a mental health night, Jackie. After a couple of stories I heard this morning. So yeah, we're just having a very big open discussion about suicide, asking for help, helping people, what can we do to prevent it, stuff like that. So it's a very serious night. Damn it. I just had heard what happened this morning down in Dallas with the football player. Then I had heard another story from one of my friends. So I just felt like tonight was a night that we can sit back and chit chat about something serious for once. My one doctor made my mental worse, so I switched doctors and I love her. She doesn't push meds. She's there for me every step of the way, which is amazing. I get therapy every weekend and it has helped me through so much. And yes, mental health is so important. Yes, that's what tonight's all about, Jackie. Mental health. But we're letting people just open up. If you try to commit suicide in your day, I mean, if you know someone that has done suicide, I mean, like I said, I had heard about 2 separate instances today involving, like I said, a 24-year-old football player, and then someone else that I had heard another story about, and it's like, okay, serious night. We're going to talk about this. We're going to let people open up and just come in and have a safe spot. If there's something on people's mind that they want to get out, that they're afraid to talk about, there's someone else, we're letting people speak tonight. So that's the dress up tonight. I did make a video for my little announcement I do have planned. I didn't play that yet. So, I mean, I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer tonight, but it's just one of those nights that we want to talk. We have to talk. So, if there's anything that you would like to add, Jackie, please feel free. You know how these shows work. I'm actually learning how to get through my anxiety on my own and not rely on anxiety, depression, you name it. You can overcome the demons within yourself, sometimes by teaching yourself how to. I'd like to share my dad is suffering from stage 4 cancer. His time is very short. Hope until Thanksgiving he makes it. I will be heading down in the next week or two. I know for a fact when that time comes, I'm not going to be right. No, you're not. And you know you have a family behind you too, Jackie. You know everyone that supports the Basement Show, everyone that's in these chats, we all stick together. And like Wim just played David Draymond's speech, you're not going to be alone. You won't be alone. There's going to be a lot of people who reach out and say, hey, you need anything, Jackie, you know I'm here. We're here. We're hell or high water. Like we started a family here. Everybody who watches these shows on the Basement Show is considered a Basement Show family. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this pregnancy has helped me in so many ways. It could. Yeah. I'm not a female. I don't know how pregnancy affects the brain, so I can't really speak on that how it has spawned, but maybe it has. And maybe once you start feeling baby kicks again, it's going to just make you smile from ear to ear. You never know. It's the little things that go a long way. Okay? So it's the little things in life that can go a very long way on making things that much better. Cousin Crew, hello, Kels. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in tonight. Not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Nice to see you. We are having a low. Did I miss the? No, you did not miss the announcement, Troy. But Kels, we were having a little bit of a mental health night tonight. So if there's anything that you would like to share, mental health wise, let it out. I had read a couple different stories today, and it just made me think, okay, I need to have a serious night, and that's what we're doing tonight. Still can't get over my brother's death. Still cry when I think of stuff. His birthday is this month. Will be tough for me. Yes, birthdays will be tough. Holidays are tough. But cool, again, you're not alone. You're not alone in any aspect. You have everyone here in the Basement Show. You got Alan. You got Shannon. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Steph. You have support. So yes, it will be tough. But you also realize that, hey, I have that support system if I need it. And you do. Just like Jackie has that support system. She has it. We all have each other. We all open up when times get rough. We need something to talk about. And you know where to come. I don't want to do Christmas this year. Understandable. I think Tuesday, Beautiful Angel sent me this blessing because my due date is May 22nd. but because of my high risk history, I think I could be going the first week or second week of May, which could be May 7th or May 10th through. There you go. We're doing well. Sounds like some serious but good. Josh, you know how it is with mental health. It's a very serious, but it's good to open up. And it's very good to open up about our issues. What can we do to prevent certain things from happening? My dad has definitely been on my mind a lot, and he's going to be. I mean, you know how I was when Joe passed away. Thought about him constantly. I still think about him. I mean, I just passed, 18 years, October 21st, since my aunt passed away. I still think of her every day. My Uncle Ted's been gone 14 years now. I still think about him every day. We think about those who leave those lasting impacts on our life. And we wish that person was still here to guide us through the tough times. Well, in a sense, they still are. I always say, as long as you keep a person's memory alive in your heart, they're always going to be with you. Through the bad times, the good times, happy times, the sad times. That loved one's memory, as long as you keep them alive, will never leave your heart. They may get up to your brain, but in the same sense, that brain is reacting to that person's love. Like, I constantly feel like I'm being watched over. Well said, thank you. But it's true. Anytime we lose a loved one, we leave a void in our heart. It breaks our heart. It leaves a sadness that you don't want to bear the consequences of. You don't know how to react to it. But by speaking their name, telling people their story, reliving good memories, reliving bad memories, you're keeping that person's name alive. You're keeping their spirit alive. Johnny, I don't think I will be able to accept it when it comes. He was my support person, the one who gave me life. How do you agree with something like this? Oh my God, I can't. It's a silent grief. Okay? It is hard. The first couple weeks, months are absolutely horrible. All you want to do is run and cry in that person's arms. I mean, at least a void. That is unreplaceable. As much as you wish you could bring them back, you can't. But within the spirit of living through them, sharing memories, telling the good times, laughing about things, it gives you that sense of understanding that they're in a better place. They're not suffering. They're not in pain. I know. Sorry, guys, I missed that comment. I know our dads are both up there watching over us, and absolutely, that's another thing. When you lose someone so close and so valuable to your heart, they're never far away. They send you messages all the time. Say, hey, you forgot about me. Oh, wait a minute. Always about you. I lost my dad in 2004 and 2007 when I had my accident. I was asking for him. Yeah, I mean, it's that lasting impact of a person like a dad, a mom, a grandmother. That, like, AJ and Hope, for instance, you have that void that you wish you never had to experience. But in the same, it's just hard. But telling the story, living through that person just makes it so much easier. Because that person never goes away. That last day I saw my brother I was not prepared for. All I did was cry. I mean, I get it. Kelsey would tell you. My cousin would tell you. I jumped on a plane with the clothes on my back. Literally, I had a drawstring bag and the clothes on my back, and I jumped on a plane to be by my father's side when he passed. I flew 1,200 miles cross country. And Megan, unfortunately, but you know what? He knew I was on my way. He said, "My son's coming. My son's on his way." And it hurts not being able to be there the last couple of hours, but then for him to know I was on my way gave him the strength to try to hold on. I lost my grandmother in 2016, so it doesn't sit right. Every time I see a dragonfly go by, I'm like, "Hi, Muzi, I see what's going on." Yeah. Little things like that will remind you. You got on that plane so fast, I kept telling him, yeah, see, she'll tell you right there. I think I need to describe we all need to let out emotions once in a while. They get built up inside and it's just hard. I mean, I had silent grief in January last year when I found out my ex passed away. Yeah, maybe a relationship doesn't end the way you want it to end. Maybe it doesn't work out. But to this day, I hear a certain song, and it's like, okay, I hear you, like Stephanie. Every time she sees a dragonfly, well, every time I hear a song, I know exactly who it is, and it's just like, okay, good morning, like I hear you, like it's silent grief, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that is the best type of grief, is that silent grief where you know you can talk to people, but you need just to talk within yourself first. Like I hadn't seen that person in 7 years. And to lose my brother and sister was a heartbreak I was never ready for. It's hard to express my feelings about the passing. Yeah, because you just don't know. Losing AJ and Hope was not on the bingo card. They were supposed to be here with us. Everyone knows that. Those two kids were taken way too soon in life. But they always say people who leave this life never really leave. They just go on to what they were meant for. And it sucks because as a person who loses that person, it leaves that void. You don't know how to replace that void. You can't replace that void. November is sibling loss. Yes, I just see your post the other day. November is sibling loss awareness month, which I mean, I call him my brother. He's my dad's nephew, but I knew him since I was a little kid, so I called him my brother. He passed away a couple years back. I mean, it's just hard. But we all stick together. We all show each other love and support. It just makes you realize you're not alone. You never will be alone. And that's why like a show like this is needed once in a while because it brings everyone closer together. It makes you realize that, hey, I can talk about this and not be judged or ridiculed. That I'm accepted in a small little group. Because everyone has a different story. Everyone heals differently. Everyone grieves differently. But when you can come together as one, it allows you to feel better about yourself. I mean, so I just don't want people to feel like they don't have that outlet. If they need it, we're here. I need a good cry, but I'm holding it in. Corey, I'm not trying to sound mean when I say this. That cry is gonna come when you least expect it, and it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be a long one. But you know what? At the end of the day, you will feel so much better. Like for me, like waking up May 8th, 2023, getting floods of messages about what happened the night before. I held it in. I somehow drove myself to work, but then I got to work and I just lost it. I lost it. Couldn't keep it anymore. I couldn't talk. I was shaky. I mean, it's just not fun. So a good cry never hurts anybody. You let it out. You take that time that you need, but then at the end of it, you're gonna be saying, "Damn, I feel a lot better. I feel better." And like I said, I was on my way to a viewing this morning when I had heard about the football player, and then the other one was later in the day. But like they hit. Like, you don't know these people, but like you feel for their families. Like that family is now missing, either it be a son, a brother, a father, a mother. I mean, they leave a void. So I don't know. Like I said, sorry for being the way this is tonight. I really apologize, but it's something that does not get addressed enough anymore, and something that needs to be talked about. And that's mental health. It is important to so many people in so many ways. So, like, just don't be afraid to come to us. If you need something, need someone to talk to, we're here. We're always here for you. Because everyone knows those 4 words. Everyone knows these 4 words. Just everyone needs to remember those 4 words. Always here to listen. There's another good 4 word saying. I mean, people can't be afraid to open up. One way or another, it is okay to open up. It is okay to have that pain. It is okay to have that grief. At the end of the day, you need it. You need that outlet. You need that escape. Like I know my uncle Kelsey's father just passed away. Jackie said her father's not doing well, and this is the worst time of year because you're going into those holidays, and now that person's not here. The holidays don't feel the same without that person. But in a sense, you come to grips with understanding that that person's no longer in pain. They're not suffering anymore. They're free. But and also in the long run, that person is going to live for you for the rest of your life. That person's you're gonna carry on that person's legacy, rather good, bad, and different, for the rest of your life. Because you're gonna have that piece of that person always right here. Jack came here if you would like to talk. I lost my bed, and that's the amazing part. This everyone's here for each other, and that's what's most important. In that time of need, you realize, hey, I'm not alone. I know there's someone out there who will listen, someone who will talk to. Some people will say that's my best quality. I will just sit there and listen to you. I may not say one word, but at the end of that, person will be sitting right there across from me saying, you know what? Thank you. Well, thank me for what? Thank you for letting me speak. Is the problem that a lot of people have. Okay, some of us are guilty of it, some people aren't. But like you try to put your 2 cents in when someone's trying to tell someone how they feel, and it changes the subject. But then there's that one person who just sit there and listen. Let that person talk. It could be a 20, a 30, a 45-minute talk, an hour. But that person sat there and listened the whole entire time. May not have said 2 words, but they listened. And sometimes there's certain people that means so much more than trying to get feedback. Trying to see what that person has to say about it. Just sitting there listening to a person can actually go a longer way than trying to be a voice of reason. All this means so much. You guys know I haven't been right. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, we're family. In one way or another. Delusional, crazy, fucked up, sympathetic. We're all family. And the people that come in these shows each and every night is our family. We bond together as one. We stick together as one because we're family. All jokes aside, I love all of you guys for supporting the show, for being there for me. I mean, it's just an endless love in so many different ways. So, I mean, it kind of takes the sales out of your words a little bit. I can hear my voice being raspy. But, like, at the end of the day, it also makes me feel better knowing I can talk about this stuff and reach out to those people. It hits that spot. Death is such a dreadful emotion, but I also understand it comes with life, even though I hate it. Unfortunately, yes. Like Grim says. I don't know if he's in chat still or not. Love you also, Johnny. You're the best. Thanks, Corey. Love you too. But like Grim says it best. And I don't know if he's still lurking in chat. But I'm going to take one out of his book. The day you were born, I forget exactly how it goes. There's only one guaranteed. So, how do you word this? The only guarantee in life is. I'm sorry. How did your saying go? The only guarantee in life is one day you will no longer be here. You were born to die. That is true. That is very true. Grim says it best. But like he speaks it like one day you were promised one day, but you also promised one day that you were gonna die. And that is part of life. There you go. You're only guaranteed one thing in life. You were dying from the day you were born. Thank you, sir. I couldn't think how you worded it, but that is a very true statement. That is That's the best way to put it. It's a horrible one, but it is the truth. Each and every day. I mean, as bad as it sounds, each and every day there's a little bit of piece, little piece. Maybe might be a smidge, might be a micro, might be a chunk, but we're dying on the inside. I mean, yeah, nothing else in life is guaranteed. That's very true. Hello, Gary. Gary, we're having a mental health night, so welcome in. We're reading some of the comments. We're having a very deep discussion tonight, so if there's anything that you would like to add, please feel free. At some point, I will play the little video I made for the announcement. But yeah, we're just sitting back having a mental health night tonight, and we're just relying on each other to get through the tough things of life. Jackie, I can speak from experience. You may think it's your last visit, but it's really not going to be. Either it'll be cremated, buried, brought back up here. That place you're going to go visit in Florida will now feel like home. You may say it's your last visit, but trust me, it's not going to be. Not by a long shot. So sorry to hear this. My dad passed away from cancer. I know I've never met you in person. That's awesome, Kels. Thank you for that. Yes, everyone keep Jackie in your prayers. She definitely needs it. She knows she has a safe space here. We all have a safe space here. I mean, we're known as the basement dweller, sure, but we're all in each other's thoughts and prayers every single day. It stings. It does. I'm sorry for what you're going through. I ride for cancer in June. I'll be riding. There you go. That's amazing, Gary. That's a very awesome thing, Gary. Thank you so much. You're as well. If you need anything, I might take you up on that offer. Thank you so much. There are many things that you will never be able to fully accept. 2.5 years, I still can't accept the kids being gone. I understand how you feel. I have my brother's ashes, and I talk to him at times. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Corey. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I got my father's ashes. I look at the urn in his picture every single day. I mean, sometimes you might talk to his ashes and you may think of a funny time. It makes you laugh, but at the end, and you're grieving. You're remembering the good times. You're remembering the sad times. But heck, Kelsey would tell you we were putting my father's ashes out by what was that? Down in Long Beach Island at the lake house. I went with my father trying to dump the ashes, put the ash raft we had made into the water. I almost went with it. I fell and slipped on the channel and almost fell in the water with the raft. I mean, you kind of chuckle about it, but yeah, I mean, I was ready to say goodbye, I guess. Chelsea will tell you about that one. I was all bruised up and down my hip, my leg. It was a mess, but You just made me laugh out loud. I needed that. Yeah, well. But that's what you need to do when you grieve. Yes, you're going to remember the sad times. You're going to remember those times that you want to cry, but you also got to remember happy times. You got to remember the good times in life. So, Jackie, yes, it's hard. What a story to share, yeah. But it's a true one. But that's what you gotta do when you lose someone you love. It leaves that spot. That part of your heart is gone. But then you remember times that you were laughing with that person. Like, remember we said the Hopeisms, or with AJ and Hope. We always tell stories about them. I mean, I always laugh about being in the studio on Grimm's old show and Hope calling and saying her cousin has explosive diarrhea live on a show. Think she gave a shit? No. Or more of the time that she was making fun of her brother because he couldn't get the word out. It's a. She turned around and said, "It's a fucking goat." You all know that the kids are on every show because they're right behind me, but they also go everywhere with me on my neck and on my wrist. Yeah. I mean, part of them's with me. I wear these bracelets every day. I mean, I have had these bracelets now on 2.5 years. I actually have a tan line from these bracelets sometimes. Again, they don't come off. And I had the Adrian Hope gave Hope on my car. So the memories, the stories, they live on. So Jackie, yes, it's gonna be hard. It will be hard. Not saying it's not gonna be hard, but you also gotta take into consideration the good times you had. Only time my stuff comes off is shower or surgery. That makes sense. But other than that, like I've been with him now for a couple of surgeries. He always kisses them bye before he leaves. Those kids give him so much strength in his time of need, and I know they live on in his heart that they never go anywhere. They're always with him. The good times, the bad times, they push him. They push Miss Grimm too. The love that those two kids send every single day. During the course of it, I went, yeah. And I've seen him. He kisses that cross. He doesn't give that cross up for anything. So, I mean, that's all you can really do. You live your life through the loved ones that are no longer here. You tell people who they were, how they were, what they did, what they didn't do. The good times, the bad times, the funny times, or the what the fuck times. Every person has a story. And every story has that beginning to end. I'm glad I popped in, and to everyone in here, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it so much. I love you guys. Absolutely. Jackie, that's what, like I said, you need a night like this. You need to have shows like this. Can't always be laughing, funny, go, stuff like that, because there's a real issue out there. That is mental health. So I took it upon myself tonight to do a show like this. Let people open up. I mean, I was almost half inclined, honestly, to run the Drago and Tink intro. And outro tonight. But I hadn't talked to Grimm, so I didn't want to run the intro and outro without talking to him. So I just figured, you know what? I'll just run my normal intro will have a serious night. And you need to have that night. I miss AJ and Hope. They're always here. And many of us, I'm sure yourself included, Cora, have been visited by those two kids. Like I told Miss Grimm, I had never heard an owl before. And probably about 2 months after the fire, I heard an owl for the first time. And Shannon's like, oh yeah, that was Hope. Then, time to time, I see 2 butterflies flying around my house. AJ and Hope come to say hi to Uncle Johnny. It's just the constant reminders of that loved one that's no longer with us that always live on forever. So sometimes you may have to go that extra mile to do something to remember that person. But at the end of the day, that person's always here. Tell their story. Say their name. Make people remember who they were. That's all you can really do. Live their life through your eyes. You know, at the end of the day, the only one that can live your life is you because of what you see in front of you. Like people. Like, she's still here, so I'll say it. Like my cousin Kelsey would tell you. I live through my father. My father lives through me. I bought a Halloween decoration one night and it came on. I said, the kids are here? Yeah. I mean, kids visit Grim a lot. 1 o'clock, that light turns off in the living room. Hey, Mom, Dad, time for bed. Or just like music you hear reminds you of somebody. Watching a sporting event, in my case, will remind something. Johnny, were you his only child? Yes, I was. So, in a sense, the last name Nast, unless I can find my bride, dies with me. I am the last Nast around. Now, I'm hoping my cousin will come to New Jersey soon, because I promised her I wouldn't go without her. I did some research. I actually found the Nast family plot. And I want to go check it out one day. You definitely have a purpose. Yeah, definitely. We all have a purpose. Let's see if I can find this picture real quick. I know she's gonna hound me for it. So let me see if I can pull one up. Let's see if we can pull one up real quick. I will show you one again, one of my favorites. Let me see. I know I got one somewhere. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Family plot at the cemetery. Yes, I found the nest at Lake Grove, so I want to go check it out one day. But yeah, so here is a picture of me and my father. Kind of no denying that one, I gotta admit. But, you know. Like I said, I mean, kind of hard not to deny that one. Yeah, 20 is a nice, easy way of putting it. Yeah, I mean, even from the first day I met him. I mean, 2011, 2010, around that time period, we had sat down next to each other and just like our body mannerisms were the same, our smiles were the same. I mean, it's just pretty crazy. I mean, I was out there, this picture was 2016. I had flew out to surprise him for his birthday. I had no idea it was coming. So, definitely want to come to New Jersey soon. Yes, we will have to go to the cemetery so you can see it. I've been there before. I'm sure you have. That is why I'm waiting for you to come out to New Jersey so we can go together. So if I lose my mind, I am not there alone. So I mean, but yeah, this was at Colorado Mammoth, which is indoor lacrosse. Thanks to actually Kelsey for getting us the passes because she had season tickets for a while. So, but yeah, kind of scary. Yes, twinning for sure. The voices were identical as well. It still throws me off sometimes. Yeah, I mean, if you ask my Aunt Sharon, Kelsey's mom, she pulled the car over to one day because of how close and identical I sounded to Joe, which was kind of funny. It's like, oh, I didn't know I was him. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Grief may okay. How's an easy way to say this? Grief is only temporary, avoids forever. And that love we feel is also forever. So don't be afraid to let it out. Like we had that show here on the Basement Show for a couple months. Let it out. Let your true feelings out. Let your expressions show people how you really feel. You can't be afraid to let it out. We encourage it. Again, if you're going through a tough time, you want to talk about something, whether it be here with me or with Miss Grimm and the ladies or Rev Grimm. If there's something you need to talk about right there and then, put up a red flag in chat or say, hey, raise your hand. Let us know. We will stop what we're doing. Whether it's a game, another conversation, we will stop what we're doing to help you out. I'm so glad we are over the phone and not in a group chat setting in person because I'm a mess right now. To be expected. Jackie, as is perfectly normal. But at the end of the day, we're all family. So even if we were in a video chat or a group chat all together, so you're showing your real emotions. But I got to pop on and say hi tonight. I probably will have to need to step away soon. Always fun to listen. Have a great rest of the night. You two guys, I love you. Thanks for joining me in tonight. I know it is late here in the East. I started a little bit later because of work, but I think we're gonna spark up the mood a little bit real quick before we get to wrapping this thing up for the night because I think we're gonna call it an early night. But I did make a post on the Basement Show saying I had a special announcement. If everyone remembers that post, I think so, a couple of people responded to it, saying I had an announcement I was going to make Thursday night during my show. Well, who wants me to make it right now? Let's see. I will put the comment in chat under myself. There you go. Yeah, we're all pretty relatively close to each other. Jackie's ready. Kelsey's ready. All right, let's roll it. I got ready real quick. Video clips. All right, here we go. And there you have it. January 27th through the 30th, I will be in Daytona Beach, Florida for a couple days, celebrating my birthday. So we will be doing some pop-up shows. I'm hoping to be doing a very special one on Thursday, January 29th, which, if I can, it will be from the Daytona International Speedway. It's beautiful there. That's where my dad is. It is my first time going down there. So I am definitely looking forward to it. I'm going down for my birthday, which is January 28th. So I was torn between a couple different locations. I was looking at Daytona, Miami. I actually looked up Pensacola, Florida, New Orleans, Santa Fe, New Mexico, because they said it was nice. And I also was literally that close. As you can see, my fingers that close to booking a week in Hawaii, but I chose Daytona instead, just because it was more affordable. I found a nice, decent hotel right on the beach. I will have an oceanfront balcony. The main boardwalk is only about a 2-minute walk. The famous "Welcome to Daytona Beach" sign is right next to my hotel. Like I said, we have the racetrack down there. So I will be down there for 3 nights, the end of January, which is a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I fly home on Friday. So I'll probably do a couple pop-up shows. Like you guys always ask, day in the life. Well, I get to hang out with me on vacation. So there you go. Enjoy yourself, I will. The big 3-9. Ugh. I don't like the sounds of that. The big 3-9. Ugh. I'm getting chills. I got the chills. I'm not to play. I won't sing, I promise. But no, it should be a nice little getaway. Just rewind after the holidays. I mean, I've always said I wanted to go away for my birthday. So, like I said, literally that close. I was that close to booking a trip in Hawaii, but maybe one day. I'll be the big 4-0 December 6th. Well, you have a month left. You got a month left of 39, Jack. You better enjoy it. But my voice is cracking tonight. It'll be different. It'll be nice to get away for a couple days, recharge the batteries, sit back, sit by a pool, sit on the beach, you know. Because in Daytona, even that time of year, so like 65, 70, which is perfect. So just keep an eye out as the dates get closer. I will probably come up with a little itinerary of what I will be doing and stuff like that, and we'll fill you guys all in on that as well. I will be 65 next year. Not bad. I think Grim will be 53. I think. I think. I'm gonna stick to that. If I'm wrong, he's gonna jump for the computer and strangle me. But I think Grim will be 53 in April, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm right. If not, I'm like a year off. But no, I mean, again, like I said, so it was such a down night with me. I am old. You're only as old as you feel. How about that? I'll be 27 in January. Yep. Lauren's birthday is the day before mine. Fun, just a little baby. 27. That feels so long ago now. Thanks, Steph. Needed that. Just kidding. But no, again, I apologize everyone for just being like a somber little night, but it's a night that needs to be done once in a while. You need to be able to let out your true feelings, let people know how you feel, what you're going through. Because at the end of the day, we all have those inner demons that we want to fight in so many levels that you just don't know where to start. And the first start of the healing process is opening up, letting people in, letting someone take the time to help you. I know you're January 27th. I'm the 28th. Like I said, I'm the day after you. You're the 27th. I'm the 28th. I remember. Hey, I may be getting old, but I still remember dates. Okay, Steph? Remember that. So yeah, she is the 27th. I'm the 28th. So, but to be 27 again. Ugh. Mr Knast at the age of 27. Let's see. I think I was still living at home. I had gotten my appointment the following year. But, no, again, just remember these 4 words. You are not alone. Because you're not. We're all here together. We all stick together through hell and high water. We're all one screwed up family. You old never. I wish I could go back to 27. Yeah, me too. Like I said, you're only as old as you make yourself feel. Age is just a number. Thank you, Gary. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So age is just a number. You're only as old as you feel. So they say. I could be wrong. But I think I'm going to run this last little closeout video. It needs updating, so I apologize. But other than that, I will be right back. there you have it. It's to close that video. Like I said, got to update it a little bit, but it gets the job done. But that is awesome. I did see Steph's good comment. Good news, all my boardwalk came back normal. Now waiting for the gender. That is always the fun waiting game, but I'm glad everything came out good with the boardwalk staff. I know you were kind of nervous about it, but you got this. But yeah, I mean, and Cora saying that she could go back to 21. I should never have gotten married. I mean, we all make those questionable decisions in life. There could be good ones, bad ones, ones that, why did I do that? I mean, the questions never end. The questions never end about life. Life is nothing but a question. Whether a good question, a bad question, or a so-so question. But I just hope tonight helped everybody out. I truly hope that having this conversation tonight has helped so many people that you don't feel alone. You don't feel that it is you versus the world, because at the end of the day, it's not. Because you're not alone. You have that support system, whether it be a big one, small one person, two people. You have somebody. You have that person you know you can rely on. So, I mean, like I said, a show like this, always panic when I get blood work, but Doc messaged me a little bit ago that everything was normal. Yeah, we're going to get a round of applause. That is always good news. So, amazing news. Now, just hopefully everything else goes smooth from here. So, I mean, you know, you can always keep us updated as things get progressing. I mean, I know you're still in the early stages, but hopefully continued good news, if you know what I mean. But it just a show like we had tonight is definitely needed once in a while. So again, if there's anything, anytime anyone needs anything to talk about that they want to get out there, please let us know. I just like to thank everyone for coming in tonight. Take one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. You need to not worry and be happy. I'd be lucky what you got. Stay safe. Thank you, Gary. Very good comment, sir. I like it. That is a very good comment, and a good one, because a good one to motivate people. And that's what I was hopefully trying to do tonight, is motivate people to make it mean, like, know that you're not alone. You have people you can talk to. It may not have to be a professional. It may not have to be a specialist. I mean, the fact that we can all just come in together as one and talk about our problems, feel accepted. Hello. Real Craig Jr. Oh, King Uno. Hello, sir. I was like, huh? Who's this? Official Real Craig Jr. It's King Uno. King Uno. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for popping in over here on the tube of you. We just been having a mental health night, King, so that's what we've been just chit-chatting about. So if you go back and watch the show, you'll understand more about what was on the docket tonight. So sometimes shit may hit the fan, but just remember, everybody, we got Mr. Nash at the Basement Show and Company. Yes, it is true. Shit ever hits the fan, anyone knows that everyone can come talk to us. Whether it's myself, Grim, Miss Grim, Irish Sin, we're all family. Or you can reach out to us individually on our own personal accounts and talk to us that way too. Because we're all family. We're all one together in the Basement Show. We're higher hell water, blood or not, we're all family. We are family because we are family. Sorry, whole thing. But it's just 4 words. You're not alone. Remember those 4 words. Live those 4 words. Tell the story about those 4 words. Live those 4 words. In case you missed the close that video, the Unhinged Raven Corner is over on Etsy. There is a link for it. I'll leave that up for a minute. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can go order some amazing stuff from the Grams. Please go over and show them some love and support. They do an amazing job with everything they do. They got tumblers, cups. They got a special lotion for you right now. I mean, it's just amazing. Mr. Knast, a late hour text from me, but Mr. Knast is definitely family. He's been in my life since I was 8. That is true. My late night texting buddy, huh, Steph? Then you had the Grim and Sin telling me's. I deleted mine. I know Miss Grim got rid of hers. Irish still has hers, so if you still want to do the whole telling me, you can still find Grim and Sin on those. Yes, please support them. They do a great super job. They do. They do an amazing job. And we have Basement Show merch. Go pick up some Basement Show merch and rock and support the Basement Show, whether it's on the show or in a shirt. I mean, I can get you posters made, you name it. We can do anything you want. And one of our 3 movies coming soon. You have the Dixie Story, Pirates of the Atlantic, The Curse of the Basement Show, and we're doing Home Alone with Grimm with 28 cameras. Miss Grimm said no, but I think we were still pushing forward with that project. You just gotta stay tuned for that one, but that might be coming soon. Yes, Mr. Knast is the best. Yeah, I try. I'm just your average Joe. If Kelsey was still in chat, she'd probably laugh at that comment. Just your average Joe. That's funny because Joe is my father's name and Joe is my middle name, Joseph. John Joseph. So if anyone ever gets pissed off at me and wants my attention real quick, John Joseph. Yeah, I just gave out a little secret. I'm telling you, I hear that. The hair between my ears goes up. What? That's. So, want my attention? Just say John Joseph. John Jacob Jingle. I'm just kidding. But hopefully tonight, I am hopeful tonight helped. We opened up. We talked about a lot. People who felt free to share. It's amazing. You can't feel alone. You're not alone. Like I said, it could be a big group. It could be a small group. It could be 1, could be 2, could be 3. At the end of the day, are you just John? Yes. I am just John. So I wasn't acting much. It's okay, Mr. Evans. No need to be sorry, sir. Be sure to Johnny. Thank you. No, thank all of you. Thank each and every one of you for trusting us. Mr. Evans, tonight was your night to talk, man. You're not alone. You want to talk right now? Let's talk, Troy. What is on your mind, sir? See, this is what I mean. He says he got a lot on his mind. I'm gonna start with the whole closeout. We're gonna listen. Troy, the floor is yours. What can we help you with, sir? Jackie says I have love tonight. I'm glad. I'm super happy everyone had a good night. I'm not going anywhere because Troy just put I got a lot on my mind, so we're gonna stay on here for a little bit longer. We're gonna talk to Mr. Evans, make sure everything is okay. Troy, we're family. Open up, sir. Let us know what is going on in your mind. Something you want to talk about. Are you nervous about this weekend with your tournament? I mean, the floor is yours, Troy. This past week was stressful for me because my truck hit a deer. That could definitely be stressful. I mean, the biggest thing I can say about that, sir, so a deer hit your truck. The main question about that, Troy, is are you okay? Because cars, trucks, trains, they can be replaced. People's lives can't be. So a truck may get some damage, but like Jackie just said, is everybody okay? So yeah, that can be very. Yeah, me and my dad are okay. Okay, that is the most important thing right there. He says yes, me and my dad are okay. As long as you guys are okay, sir, that truck can be fixed. It can be replaced. You can't though. You can't be replaced. So just remember that, okay? Okay. Trucks can be replaced. Cars can be replaced, but a human life can't be. Okay. I was in a car accident myself back in 2020, and my car was almost like totaled, mangled. I was upset. I'm sitting on the side of the road like this. I had to worry about myself and my friend. I knew my car could be replaced, but as long as me and my friend and everybody else was okay, it put my mind at ease because I knew that car could be replaced. So I'm happy to hear that you and your dad are okay. Just remember, we are here for you, Mr. Evans. Whether you need to talk, you need to vent, you're not alone, sir. And I know you're worried about this weekend with your bowling tournament. Just go out, have fun, give it your best, do it the best you can, and at the end of the day, let everything else take care of itself. You got this. You got us. Believe in yourself. The most main important thing is go out and have fun. I believe in you. Cora believes in you. Jackie believes in you. Spawn believes in you. We all believe in you, sir. So glad to hear everything's okay with the accident. I didn't see the picture. Maybe I'll go back and look at it. But you and your dad are okay. You're safe. Car can be replaced. And then the bowling tournament, just go out, do the best you possibly can, have fun doing it, and make memories that will last a lifetime. Plus, you had told me the other night you get to spend time with your girlfriend this weekend. Enjoy that, sir. I'm not doing the whole vote thing tonight, but we all know how that stands. Grim will do the vote again tomorrow night on his show. Tonight was not really a night for a vote like that, Troy, so I'm not going to do the vote, but I'm sure Grim will do it tomorrow night on his show. Head out. Thank you, Johnny, in chat. So much appreciate. Absolutely, Jackie. Yeah, anytime you need it, you know we're here. We're here for everybody. Okay. So yeah, the Grim Show tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern, over on YouTube. Just YouTube. No more Facebook. Just YouTube. So yeah, I gotta head out. I gotta get. Mr. Evans, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. And in the game of bowling, there's one thing that people always say: knock 'em dead. So, Mr. Evans, good luck this weekend. Let us know how you make out. But again, thank you to everybody in chat. Troy, Jackie, Spawn, Cora, Grim, my cousin Kelsey was here, Gary, AC. We had King Uno pop in over on YouTube. Grim was on YouTube. Who else was in chat tonight? A lot of people. Too many people. We had 7 reactions. Gary, Nick Winfield, Troy, Alan, Jackie, Corin, AC with the hearts. Appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Remember, you're not alone. We're here for you for thick and thin. And we love you. We love you guys all so much. Not even so much for being our fans on the Basement Show, but we're human beings. We all live different lives. But at the end of the day, we all come together as one. I'll let you guys know if I win that Golden Saturday. Just be on the lookout for a message Saturday sometime, sir. Sounds good. Gold medal number 7. You got that, Mr. Evan. You got this. Yeah! But everyone have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Like Grim says, don't take any shit. Stay warm. And 8 o'clock tomorrow night over on YouTube. The Crimson Fucked Up Fridays. Bye.